Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. It's been like a month since we last spun the wheel, so might as well. Looking through some of these, I don't remember what like several of these were, but we'll figure it out, right? Give it a spin and see what we get. Tanks a lot. I think that's just big tank people, right? I think that's the general idea. Just a funny pun off of that. Okay, that should be simple enough. Let me set up a team, and then we'll get into it. Alright, team has been set up. We've just got 6, tanks. Logically enough. Some of them are, like the best. Some of them are just the ones I wanted to go with, that sort of thing. We'll see how it goes. None of these are particularly good for tank gimmick. Not like healing or anything on any of these. That's fine. I don't think we've got enough lust to warrant that. Sure. We'll just go for the gamblers. That'll work. Once we get, I'll showcase the team once we actually get to the point of deploying our sinners. $50-50. Let's gamble. Darn. As without lust or gloom, take some HP and SP damage, which is not a lot of people actually. Okay, that's fine. Only hit one person we're actually using. But yeah, so obviously, we've got these two, we've got you, and then we've got Mariachi Sinclair and Lantern Dawn. Mariachi Sinclair kind of just for fun. I like him. He's a tank. A weird one, a bad one, but he does his best. And Lantern Dawn's pretty good, I'd say. Okay, you need to get your envy going. Okay. We'll have to see how well I actually use Suncliff. If we can get Rags, that would be nice, probably. We've got some sinking, so Rags isn't, like, the worst option. Because half our team is sinking, because, Suncliff, DHE Rodion, and Mariachi Sinclair are all sinking. Varying levels of good at sinking, but Rags is probably a good choice, so we'll try and see if we can get that. Prioritize getting a bunch of sinking tier 1s to reduce the pool of them, and maybe fuse it or something, if need be. That should work. Because otherwise, you definitely can get Suncliff to work without Rags, but Rags just makes your life a lot easier. If you're running, a team of a bunch of people, right? There's other stuff that would help us out too, of course. Quite a few random EU gifts that are good for negative sanity stuff. Like the bridal or like the sad plush. Yep, send it. Gloom res, which triggers something. I didn't see what. Probably random support passive. I'm pretty sure the passives. Oh no, wait, it's Mariachi Sinclair's passive. That's right. I always forget his is a Gloom Resonance because it's really bad. Shh. It's just like on evade, stagger threshold reduction, but it requires a Gloom Resonance and it's weird. It was really bad before. Now that his evade is actually Gloom, he can actually contribute towards triggering the passive. It's a little better, but back when all evades were typeless, Mariachi Sinclair passive was really comically bad. I just wacky to think about how defensive skills used to have no type, and they still do for a lot of people have no type for a lot of units. I know most people do not have everything at up type 4, because for the most part, it's really unnecessary for a lot of IDs. It's nice for basically every ID. Like, some care about it more than others. Situationally, some can be pretty good. Some of them are really bad. I forget, I think Chef Ryoshu's was really bad. I forget the details for a lot of the up-type 4s, but yeah. Rabbit Heathcliff, gave him more bullets, which is nice, but doesn't really matter in, mirror dungeons, which is kind of the best place to use him anyways. Makes him better in longer fights, I guess. 3 more bullets. And Fell Bullet's gonna make him even better, since when that releases today. Well, that's pretty cool. It is Wednesday, right? Yeah. Time is weird. Shh. Yeah, we get Fell Bolt, we get Warp Otis. We'll just see the specifics about Warp Otis. Still not fully certain how I feel about her, because Charge Potency is cool, but it also seems really underwhelming in how it's being used. We'll see. I really didn't need to upgrade Grandeur, but, like, might as well. I guess we could reorder Dura Center so that Mariachi Sinclair can also benefit from it. And we can get, like, Compass or something. Maybe we can get some syncing working. We'll see. But yeah, it's a 3 Gloom Resonance for this. A successful evade lower static threshold by the evade skill's power at a 5 times Gloom Resonance % chance. So baseline 15% chance to lower static threshold by your evade power, which, let's take a look. 5 plus 10, so a 15. Like, it's bad. It's really bad. Mariachi Sinclair's got so many things that just don't work. So the passive is just another example of that. It's definitely funny how much like it falls apart, but that's how it is. Honestly, I really hope we get more bad IDs. Like, we really haven't gotten any bad IDs in a while. Like, we've gotten some, like, middling 2 stars, but all the 3 stars have been decent at least. And most of the 2 stars have been alright. We haven't gotten any 2 stars recently because we're getting multiple banners with 3 stars and egos, but no 2 stars, which is interesting. Like, T-Corp Rodion is pretty middling. She's definitely a case of just a watered-down version of the 3-star. But, like, compared to some of Rodion's actually bad IDs, and, like, she's not really that bad. Like, even, like, Dead Rabbit's Merceau is probably the last ID that has been released that I consider to be, like, pretty bad. But even then, it's not that bad, all things considered. Like, he doesn't work too well in a team, but he, like, rolls decently. He can function perfectly fine. He's not that great for Rupture, but he works. I don't know. We'll have to see. Asking for bad IDs is definitely interesting, but it's an interesting thing for me to want, but I think it makes enough sense. It's more variety. Okay. No sign of rags. None. Okay. We'll go Faith and Erosion to get another sinking tier 1 out of the pool. And we'll do some singing rerolls, try and see if we can get rags here. Because it would be pretty nice. Heathcliff skill change. We'll get you another skill 3. Keyword refresh sinking. Those are both tier 2s, but I'll take them. Less things that can show up, I guess. I thought that was sinking for a second, but no, that is not sinking. Do we want to sell anything? Not really. We'll just try and get it on the next floor then. Yeah. We'll have some random EU gifts we can fuse away to roll for all the sinking tier 1s. We should be able to get all of them next floor. Because we've got one right now. We're going to get another for clearing the floor. And we can probably get like a couple more. I don't know how many there's in total. I'm bad at counting those sort of things. I don't remember off the top of my head. You might lose this clash. Sure thing. Sounds good to me. A little bit of sandy loss without needing the rags. Which sounds delightful. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's some sandy loss on Heathcliff. Cool. We can just have him on counter duty, and that probably works. Or we can have him one side this guy. That also works. One side gaming. He's still at 20 SP, so he's rolling mostly ahead still, but it's a little bit of sandy loss. It's something. These enemies are all lower level than us, so we're not gaining sandy for killing, so we can get away with maintaining our SP without too much of a hassle if we just spam counters and stuff. Sure, send that. And they should all die here. We've got that flexible suppression coming in. Good stuff. That decay blade, and there we go. Cool. Oh yeah, right. I wanted to change the team order around a little bit to get a little bit more value out of Grandeur. Because we got a plus plus, so it applies to the first 3. And so we just need to choose the first 3 allies to be the ones that have sinking. Which means you 3. Yeah, that works. It shouldn't matter too much. Anyways, I'm not that concerned. One more normal fight before we get an event, and then boss of this floor. I didn't look at what the boss was. Guess we'll see. Might lose another clash here. Would be nice. A little bit more SP loss. And then after that, it'll probably be like neutral-ish SP, so we could just rely on countering with Heathcliff. Like a bad idea. Cool. Panada Party Gaming. A little bit of paralysis on Heathcliff is not very good for these guys, but very nice for us. You can just one-side puddle stomp with 2 paralysis. Yeah, that'll do a little bit of damage. This guy's already almost dead though, and I'm pretty sure that guy was that Dawn just hit is the one who's getting puddle stomped, so definitely gonna get a kill. Okay. And we can just finish the job here. Easy enough. Alright. Victory. Get another event here. Is there any other singing tier 1s we can get from events? We already have Thorny Path, and we're getting the portrait for the floor clear reward. I don't know if there's any other singing tier 1s from events, so yeah, I don't think so. Allies without wrath skills. None of our people are running wrath skills, so that's everyone. Okay, that's fine. And I didn't see. I think it was dogs. Yeah. My mouse has stopped working. Cool. Alright, I have no idea what was going on there, but I somehow managed to mute my mic. I don't know how long that lasted. Hopefully not too long. Yeah. See, what do we go for here? I think optimal strat, we go for Eldtree Snare, so that we can fuse frags. That should work. Fusion time. Go for sinking, do like something like this. 60% odds. Is not great. We have all the tier 2s already, that's funny. Okay, well we gotta live with the not great odds, I think. 60%? No dice. Well, we can pair this with like late bloomers, that too, 60% odds. There we go, there's our rags. Get that to ++. So now minus coin IDs are capped at -15. And just deal more damage. You also upgrade this too for fun. Lust res, sure. Red order, sure. Oh, we actually got the discount. Okay, headless portrait then. Sure, we're running sinking stuff. 'Cause why not? Yeah, now we got rags ++, so now you are goated, and you can kind of just go willy-nilly, and you're doing a great job. Okay, oh, tank v tank battle. Unfortunately for these guys, our tanks are much better than theirs. So we can easily cut these guys and explode them into smithereens and all that sort of fun stuff. They're tanking a little bit, but not enough for us to care much at all. Yep, cool. Sloth Resonance, just for a little bit of an offense level boost, I guess. Why not? These guys are weak to Sloth, so... eh. You know, we could just get 3 heads at negative 15 sanity, though. Oh, and then we could get 2 heads on the next one. You know? Fair enough, I guess. Not much I can say about that one. That's how it be sometimes, I guess. Well, that's fine. These guys should mostly die here. The sinking means that they're all super low sanity, so they've got like a near 0 chance of doing anything. Puddle stomped. Vacuity illuminated. And battle 1. Nice. I guess I wonder what they're gonna do with Warp Otis's uptie story. Because how heavily are they leaning into the fact that it's Rose? That's the question. Because it really seems like it's Rose. The non-Walpurgis IDs are kind of just really interesting in general. You know, Chef Ryoshu, Molar Otis, now Warp Otis. Just like thinking it through, like, the Chef IDs didn't mention the library at all, I don't think? Or did they, like, briefly at the end? I don't know, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the Pierre and Jack IDs were very non-specific on when they took place. Very logically, they might have already returned from the library at that point, and they'd managed to just get back to their place and all that sort of stuff. Not really, necessarily confirmed, but that's kind of what it vaguely seemed like. But it probably was beforehand, since it just seemed like normal Pierre and Jack. And then, you know, Molar IDs, non-Boatworks Molar IDs specifically, those were right before the invitation. The invitation is mentioned in those ones. So what are they going to do for Warp? Because it is Rose, kind of undeniably. Same, you know, funny ponytail thing, wearing the hat, using the same weaponry, even, like, the rip space animation is, like, pretty... Rose has... So, trim over my words for a second here. But, in Ruina, the Warp ID, or, no, the Warp units have unique sprites for rip space. And if you look at, Rose's unique rip space sprite, it's basically identical to what Otis is doing in her ID, that being, you know, like, the warp-shaped, like, energy, like, coming out of the gauntlets being, like, used as a weaponry. So it's fairly clearly Rose. Rose is also, like, the main, like, charge gauntlet person in Warp. Only one we know of, at least. We don't know a lot of people in Warp, though. Because, like, Sen was an axe, Lesty was... What did Lesty use? I don't remember what Lesty used. I know Sen used an axe, though. Similar to, like, Merso. I guess I can just check. Yeah, I can just pull up the... Probably a smarter way to do this than pulling up the Ruina assets, but that's just kind of my go-to. What did Lesty use? Urban Nightmare, Warp Cleanup Crew, Lesty. She used a spear. Okay, so like she used like a speary type thing. I'm sure it's like a Naginata or something like that. Not like an actual. It's some spear type weapon though, similar to what Hong Lu uses in his Warp ID. Okay, that's Fox, I think. That's fine. Yeah. I don't think Merso or Honglu are supposed to be Lesty or Sen, right? Like, it's just kind of coincidental, but... Just something to note. We want to bind these guys. We want to corroded binds these guys. Is this a bad idea? Yes. I'm going for it though, because it's funny. Dun 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 dun. I think in Warp Ryoshu's artwork, you can see that there's like a bunch. There's like 7 different warp weapons, like kind of in the background or something, and those are like the main ones. I think that's what was going on there. So there's just probably just like a set like bunch of things. Okay. Recruiting buy-ins, negative 45 sanity. Yep. But it's funny. It's worth it. Keep in mind, like, we're running a tank ID team, so they can handle being hit by like a corroded buy-ins. It's not anything to worry about in the slit. Oh. Let's see, this one's hitting everyone except for Sinclair. This one's hitting... This one looks better. It's not hitting the old umbrella, but that's fine. Weak size target, that'll probably still get the kill. And we can just tank all these and just keep on one-siding you to death. That sounds like fun. Yeah, you're gonna be doing a little bit of damage here. Before the king, of course, doesn't do anything because you're mass attacking, but still funny. Still funny how the corrosion gives you before the king, and the awakening gives you before the king and binds. At earlier upties, it would be a little different, but... Okay, I think... Binds... should kill. 38, yeah. These strands bandage and shackle me. When shall I be released? What makes you think you're gonna be released, buddy? Yeah, a little bit of damage there. But we can handle it and it kills the fox. So, you know, it works. Sometimes a corrosion is the very tactical move. The very logical move. Very, very logical. Oh, there's compass. Okay, I was gonna roll for that anyways at the next shop, so I'll take it. We want to go Kim? Sure. Sounds like fun. We're running a sinking team. I didn't think that through, did I? Yeah. Well, you know, that sounds like fun. Who needs to think? Pains me to think. A little bit of healing seems like a nice idea, just for safety. We don't need a gray code amount of healing, though. That's a little more than we'd need. Can you give me a good skill change? I'm just looking at the skill change right now. One more? Sure, we'll give Honglu another skill, too, I guess. That's fine. Bottom path? Yeah, sure, bottom path. We follow to the end. We'll fight Chun, but, that's part of the fun. We'll heal back up a little bit and all that sort of thing. We've got homeward, so everyone's gonna heal up. Not just the people who focus on healing, you know, these two. You took a fair bit of damage from that. You're fatal to Gloom. Oh, and you're fatal to Blind, yeah. I don't know why I thought you were slash weak, yeah. Well... It makes sense why you took quite a bit of damage from binds, yeah. You're fine, though. It means if we can get your skill 3, which you don't have, no. If we could get your skill 3, then we could, see the funny coin. You could take a big bite of one of these Pekatula. Which sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Sounds delightful, but we cannot. Such is our fate. Nice. Instant kill that guy. Yeah, you're just gonna heal back up above half, yeah. That's fine. 'Twas the expected outcome. We spread out there for fun. We kind of want to gain a bunch of sanity on Heathcliff now, because part of the Rags bit is the more SP you lose with negative coin IDs with Rags when you're brought down to negative 15, the more damage bonus you get from it. So you really want, like, it's a good way to heal up a bunch. Faith doesn't work unless we use, like, a positive coin, like Ego or something, so that's not really on the table. Kind of too hard to trigger. I guess Fell Bullet could be a negative coin on Awakening. That's an interesting thing to think about. Fell Bullet's probably going to be funny with Before the King and Binds, right? Since you just use Binds, you get Before the King binds, you use it, and because Awakening seems to be single target no matter what. I guess we'll have to see, though. It might be the kind of thing where up type 4 it gains more weight or something. Oh. That was the wrong option. Whoops. Okay. This does physically nothing for us. Good to see. Gamble. Cool. We managed to get this, though. Red Tassel. Shame that all 4 fights we're going to be going up against are already weak to Slash, and therefore Red Tassel does nothing against them, huh? Huh.
사실 이런 보모구실은 제가 아니라 세피라들의 역할이긴 하죠. 관리자님도 알다시피 저는 언제나 수십 명의 몫을 해내고 있으니까. 거기까지. 그 정도인가? 적확한 합이었어.
Blinked out for a second there. Let's see. Why are you getting so many heads, Heathcliff? You're a negative 25 sanity. That should not have gone as poorly as it did. Oh well. That's how it be. Everyone's a little low on sanity right now because I accidentally said no to the Black Ledger check. I'm not really worried about missing the Black Ledger. I really do not care for the Black Ledger at all. It's just some resources. Like, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but the fact that Black Ledger can only be gotten on the Blade Lineage floor, which is floor 4. That's the only floor Blade Lineage can be on in either Mirror Dungeon. You get Black Ledger, you get like a total of like 15 resources from it, and that's like it, usually. It's a little better in Hard because, well, you've got a 5th floor in Hard. So it lasts a little longer, but it's still really not a lot of resources. It's nice in the actual Blade Lineage dungeon itself because, like, you don't get a lot of resources, but in the actual Blade Lineage dungeon, it halves each time, right? All your resources have each time, so you can't really stockpile very well, can you? Oh well. Enough Black Ledger ranting out of the way. I like the floor-specific EU gifts as a mechanic in general, though, right? They're fun. The fact that, like, you want to go for specific... I guess it can be a little rough if you don't get the floor you want. And some of them are a little too strong. We're looking at you, Hell's Chicken Floor, with your... mainly the chicken breast, but the drumstick is also busted if you have Glimpse of Flames. And, like, it's nerfed compared to the dungeon version, but still 3 count every time you inflict potency for Rupture or Burn. It's just a lot. And for solos, like, your best friend is the Christmas floor, because the gift sack is so good. In solos, it's a permanent 2 protection to your 1 sinner. Like, it's really good, and it's not a very hard floor, all things considered. So it's just, like, such a good option. Some floors have, like, nothing good, though. Some floors have some weird things, like, I don't know, I've really never made any use of the actual crab ego gifts. Like, I think Trash Crab Brain White has some interesting potential, maybe? I don't know. Just kind of in general, it's, some of the floor stuff is weird, but that's part of the fun. I think it's kind of unfortunate that all the floor-specific fusion gifts, except for the N-Corp one, are really, like, minor, really. Like, don't get me wrong, you can definitely use them. They're definitely nice. But, like, you look at, like, Hoarfrost Footprint or, Unsent Letter or Gas Lantern, that sort of stuff. And, like, they're really not that big of an improvement over just the ego gifts that you need to fuse them. You're getting countered, you can handle it. You can counter. Cool. I don't know. The N-Corp one is really good, but only on an N-Corp team. And even then, like... eh. I guess Gas Lantern is good for quad gaming. I don't know, the fusion gifts are just very situational, it feels like. For how much effort you need to put in for some of them, especially Hoarfrost Footprint, why did they make it so hard to get it? The only physical way to actually get Hoarfrost Footprint is first floor, you need to get the Haunted Shoes, and second floor, you need to get the, whatever the Baba Yaga gift is called, I forget. Because you can't get those floors on any other floor. And the actual, like, result that you get from it is so underwhelming that, like... I don't know. It's fine to go for, at least, right? Okay, you had a little bit too much sinking. You are going to immediately corrode when we fight Kim, unless we do something to stop that, which I might. I probably should. Rusted Hilt, okay, cool. Slash power up. Sure thing. Is there any other singing gifts we need at this point? Is there? I think so, yeah. We don't have the, what's it called? Whatever, Distant Star. We don't have Distant Star yet, so that's something. Oh, we should have gotten the Gregor skill change. That's fine. We grab a spread out. Broken Blade, we get a fusion gift for funsies. Heal everyone up just so your sanity, you don't immediately corrode. Sell some stuff here. We don't need Homeward. Like I said before, Red Tassel does nothing for us. I just want to upgrade some things, right? So let's sell the stuff that doesn't matter for our team. Which I think is just that. Rosa Hill doesn't do a lot for us, but it is a minor benefit, so... I guess we'll take it. We've got some slash attacks, right? We want Compass plus plus, or more sinking, Head Portrait plus plus, because why not? Tree Snare plus plus, because why not? And we can't get Red Order plus plus, but we don't really need to. Okay. We advance. We are going to sinking Kim to death. This seems like a great idea. We can tank, though, so, like, it is a great idea, I'd say. You want to be on evade taking duty? Sure thing. You're gonna corrode because you're passive if we spread out, most likely. That's fine. I've accepted that as a fate that will befall us. We can Cavernous Wailing. That's fun. A little bit of shield. We're not really getting enough resonance for it to be super good, but yeah. That's fine. Spread out. Doing good. Making sure you're at a nice solid negative 30 sanity already. And it's just gonna go down from here. There we go. Now you're at minimum sanity. Exactly what we wanted. We don't want to fight against some, you know, nerfed Kim. We want to fight against full power Kim. Which, you know, this isn't because... I mean, Observation Log mentions it, though, but, like, corroded, he's weaker than he would be if he wasn't corroded. Which makes a lot of sense for someone like Kim. Cry in there, stud, yeah. Blubber bubble up. Okay, the blubber bubble has been blubber bubbled. It targets self and the lowest HP ally, I think, so yeah, that would logically be Dawn. Since she's a little bit more healy than the rest. Yeah, max HP of 209, pretty low all things considered, compared to the rest of these Cooligans. We can puddle stomp this, yeah. Seems good. Hopeless. Yeah, the paralysis means these that, it's a little silly. A lot of these do not seem like they're worth clashing with, like, anything. So, we can tank. You're leaving some bleed, some paralyzed, that sort of thing. We're goated, though. We're gonna keep on stacking sinking. Because, you know, that's what we really need now. More sinking. Because it's certainly doing something and not just doing nothing. Oh, he actually got a heads there. That's interesting. We're close to staggering him. If we can stagger him, we'll be in a much better spot. So hopefully that's not too hard. Yeah, we're getting hit a little bit. Flower bubble. Okay, Gregor's taking a little bit of damage. Just a little. We should be able to stagger you next turn, though, so we can just full one-sided. You're a little high on speed, but I'm not concerned. Because we should be set now, yeah. I think so. If we spread out, we will gain 6 sinking, which means it's a little bit risky. But that's fine. You're getting countered, that's fine. Growing resentment, that's fine. Okay. Good damage, good damage. If we can Puddle Stomp next turn, you might not corrode. Okay, we don't have a Puddle Stomp. Okay, he's just going to corrode. But that's fine, as we, like, showed it before, as we showcased earlier, we can work around that. It'll work perfectly intended. Just keep on attacking this guy, keep on damaging him. Yeah, negative 44, that's a next turn corrode. Yep. It might not matter because we might kill him. I guess you're about to start blade dancing, aren't you? Yeah, not really a great HP threshold from B yet. Yeah, blade dance time. Claim their bonesing. Yeah. Can you beat that by any chance with anything you've got going? 32. That's a no. Well, we're just gonna really hope he doesn't land the hit. And we are going to full one-sided this. That's all we can do here. And we just gotta hope we do enough damage. Some of these attacks are really bad this turn, though. That's for sure. We can... Gloomres Garden of Thorns? Not a bad play, actually, I think. Panada Party is probably worse than Cavern Smith. Okay, try this. Gloomres Garden of Thorns should go decently, right? I guess we'll see. Should be good damage bonuses. It's not a lot, but like Gregor's fastest, it works well. If Gregor dies to Blade Dance, that would be optimal, but I don't think he does. Yeah, that's fine. Because if he dies to Blade Dance, he won't die to the thing that will just heal just like 300 HP. Okay, you're getting hit too, that's fine. You're handling it. Cavernous Wailing time. It's not exactly looking great here, but that's fine. You've got Puddle Stomp. Puddle Stomp Gaming. Okay, yeah, Puddle Stomp got the kill. Good stuff. Good stuff. Even if it didn't, We had Land of Illusion, which probably could have done enough damage to kill. It probably would have done like a solid 20 damage. You tried a bit harder? You sure did. And you're good for it. Why do you only take 2 damage? You're supposed to be a tank. Well, that's part of the fun. Claim the rewards. Pass level 1081 now, so that's nice. Get some more boxes so I can be nice and ready to shard the ego and ID later. How are we looking on boxes? Wrong button. 1800? That's a couple. Yeah, we're looking good. And daily pull time. See if I get something random here. See if I spend all my luck on today's daily pulls so that I have bad luck on tomorrow's. Fine by me. Rio shoot, and finally, this funny banner. Oh, we do get a 3-star here. Cool. Who do we get? Okay, Grip Sinclair. That's more Sinclair shards. Don't really need Sinclair shards that much right now, but I guess he's really due a 2-star. Yeah, jeez. I didn't think about that. He has not gotten a 2-star since Boatworks. Okay. Jeez. Hadn't really made that connection before, but yeah, that's pretty funny. But yeah, that will be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next episode. Bye!